Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here, and today we're going to be taking our first look at the Wizardly Book Test by Josh Zandman. Hello my friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you're interested in learning more about Josh Zandman's latest book test. Now, for those of you who don't know, Josh Zandman has put out tons of different book tests over the years. You may recognize some of his book tests put out through Theory 11, like Great Gatsby and Sherlock Holmes, or one of the many book tests he's self-published, like Call of the Wild, Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, Time Machine, and more. But in today's video, we're going to be taking a closer look at the Wizardly Book Test, which consists of the Grimm's fairy tales, as well as this bad boy right here. Talking, of course, about the Harry Potter Illustrated Edition, volumes 1, 2, and 3. And boy, are these books heavy. We'll get back to these in just a moment. But first, let's talk more about the Grimm's fairy tales, because this is the main method. All of the methods are contained right here inside of this book, and there are 4 of them. So let's dive right in. All right, the first method is going to be the original Zandman book test. Now, for those of you who have owned any of Josh's book tests, you'll already know this method. It's really easy, really fun to do, and it works with all of Josh's book tests. So if you have a bunch of Josh's book tests, what I like to do is put them on a bookshelf. You could have spectators come up from the start. They could pick the different books off the shelf that they want to use, and then you can go on to read all of their minds. And if you know this easy, basic first method, you can just do this method for all of the books on the shelf. So let's take a look at how this goes. It's really simple. You flip through the pages just like this. They'll say stop anywhere that they want, right? So stop. You have them look at the first word on the page, and then with no fishing, no guessing, no forcing anything, you can divine the word that they're thinking of. So you flip through, they call stop. If they're not happy here, they can keep going. They can stop later on down the book, look at the first word, and then you can read their mind and tell them exactly which word it is that they're thinking of. Now, you might be asking yourself, but yeah, like, wouldn't it be kind of obvious for them to flip through the pages and see that the first word on every single page is the same? But that's the best part about this. The first word on every page is not the same. You can hand it to the spectator. They can flip through. They can see that all the words are different. I'll try to do it right here for you on the camera. I don't know if it's going to pick it up or not. Let me see if I can get my face out of focus here so that you can see the words. But look, the words are different every single time, right? Isn't that cool? And again, there's no forcing. It's a completely free choice of a page. You don't have to fish for letters or anything. The book literally tells you exactly which word it is that they're thinking of. But that is the original Zandman book test method. The next method that we're going to talk about now is the Pegasus page. This is one of my personal favorite methods taught here. But basically what you do is you have them stop at any page that they want. You open the book, you hand them the book, and instead of looking at the first word on the page, they're going to look at that entire first line. You're going to divine a word on that first line, and then when they go back through the pages to find that page again, they're going to realize that the page is actually missing. It's been torn clean out of the book. Of course, you can make that page appear anywhere that you want to. You can make it appear inside of your wallet, so you could do like a big fire wallet thing. You can have it be like a prediction that's been in an envelope that's been sitting there on the table the entire time. You can make that page appear at the very back of the room, like if you're in a big auditorium or something, pinned to the back of the room. If you're doing a Christmas show, you can have it appear inside of a Christmas ornament that's on the tree. You can get as creative with it as you want. But you'll reveal that torn out page. There's going to be a word circled on that page. And of course, it's going to be the word that they were thinking of. And then on top of all of that, when they go to put the page back into the book, it is the exact page that was missing from the book. The tears that are on the page line up perfectly. That is the Pegasus page method. And it's very, very simple to do. There's one technique that you have to be able to master to be able to do this method. And then otherwise, the rest of it is practically self-working. Speaking of self-working, let's talk now about the tossed out book test, because this one is completely hands off. You don't have to do anything. You just take the book, toss it out to someone in the audience. You tell them to look away, flip to a random page, glance down at the last word on the page instead of the first word, close the book, and then hand it to another spectator. They do the same thing. Look away, think of a word, boom, close the book, right? They're going to do this 5 different times. So now you have 5 different spectators, each thinking of a word. And very casually, again, with no fishing or forcing or guessing or any of that stuff, you can point to each spectator. You can tell them exactly which word it is that they're thinking of. It's that cut and dry. I'm telling you, it is so cool, so easy to do. If you're familiar with the tossed out deck concept, basically Josh has put the tossed out deck into this book test. So it's a tossed out book instead of a tossed out deck, right? It works exactly the same way. All you have to do is just memorize 5 different words, and the words are so easy to memorize. You can even do like a little riddle in your mind to like memorize what those 5 words are, and you are home free. Point to 5 different spectators, read 5 different spectators' minds, and then you can invite a spectator up on stage to do the Harry Potter book test. Oh, all right. Let's talk about the Harry Potter book test now, because the really cool thing about this is that these are real Harry Potter books, right? These are the Harry Potter Illustrated Edition books. You can pick these up at your local bookstore, your Barnes & Noble. If you want to purchase a set, I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys can purchase a set. Of course, I'll also link in the description below where you can buy the book test as well, so you guys can go out, you can perform this effect. But these are real Harry Potter books. And if I can get this out here, these are the illustrated edition. What that means is that it doesn't just have words. There are also pictures in here, right? So we'll find a picture. There you go, right? So it just looks really, really beautiful. Now, how does this work with the Grimm's fairy tales? This is so cool. Josh has set this Grimm's fairy tales book up as a peek book that tells you exactly what's going on the page over here in the Harry Potter book. And it works with all 3 volumes, volumes 1, 2, and 3, right? So, for example, you'll ask the spectator to say stop anytime they want. Stop right there. You look down at the page. They stopped you at page 112. You'll tell the spectator to go ahead and choose any one of those 3 books and to open to page 112, right? So they'll do that. They'll open the Harry Potter book up. So let's go to page 112, right? So here, you can see that there's an image over here on this page. You got some words on this page here. You'll be able to have them look at that first line on this page. You'll be able to tell them, you can tell them the whole first line, or you can tell them the first word on the line, or you can pick a word that you want to reveal. It's completely up to you, but you'll be able to divine the written word on the page. Then you'll be able to tell them, you'll say, do you see an image there? And you can tell them exactly what's in the image, right? You see a girl holding 3 books. So it's really cool, and it is so easy to do. This book tells you everything in just a glance. It takes 3 seconds to look at the page, and you have all the information that you need to know about the page that they stopped you on in volume 1, volume 2, or volume 3. Now you can also play it like a multiple book test as well. You can toss the books, okay, maybe not literally because they're freaking heavy, but you can pass out the books gently to 3 different people in the audience, and the person that's up on stage with you, who you've done the Pegasus page with, or the original Zandman Book Test method, who's already standing with you on stage, can be your stopper. You can flip through. You could say, what page number do you see? They'll say 104, and you'll say, I want all 3 of you to open to page 104, and then boom, boom, boom. You can instantly tell all 3 people the words on the page. You can tell them the images that are on the page, and it's just really easy. This book tells all of the information to you. So again, check the description below. I'll leave links for you guys to where to pick up the Grimm's Fairy Tales Zandman Book Test book, as well as a link to the Harry Potter books, so you guys can make sure that you get the exact set that you need for this, right? I'll link you guys to the complete 3-volume set or the individual books if you guys just want to purchase one of those books instead. But really cool stuff here. I absolutely love this. If you don't want to do the Harry Potter methods, you don't have to. There are 3 other devious methods built right into this book. So you have a whole mind reading act in just the Grimm's fairy tales here. Or if you want something that plays big, something that looks really nice on stage, I highly recommend using the Harry Potter book test along with it. And like I said earlier, Another thing that I like to do is I like to have a whole bookshelf with a bunch of different books on it. All of them are Zandman Book Test books. In fact, you don't believe me? I'll show you guys. I have some right over here, with the exception of these top 3. Here we go. Oh, you guys don't believe me. These are all of the Zandman book tests that I own, which I'm pretty sure all of them. I think I own all of the book tests that Josh has put out over the years. But basically what I would do is I would have someone pick one of those books, and then I would use the methods in those books to read their mind, right? And then on top of that, you have the Harry Potter books there, so they can choose one of those books. They can choose from the Harry Potter books. If you do other book tests from other people, right? I have a manga book test out, or, Cody Fisher has his comedy book test out. You can use like the mother of all book tests, or whatever book test you guys already have out. You can add those in, and you can just have them choose a book, and you can do those book test methods. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this first look video. Huge shout out to Josh Zandman for allowing me to do the tutorials. So if you guys like seeing my beautiful face when you purchase this, I'll be your instructor for the book test. And a huge shout out to all of you guys who have supported me over the years. If you have not already done so, I highly recommend going to the Josh Zandman Book Test Facebook group. There is a lot of really cool discussion going on over there in the Facebook group as well. Check all that stuff out. I'm in there. Josh is in there answering questions, and the community is just really, really fun. But anyway, thank you again for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.